Hey everybody, it's me, PD Warren 0829, the Family Gamer Dad, back with another Destiny 2 weapon review. Today we're going to look at Brother Vance's fourth verse, the Machina Dei E4. This is a high impact frame pulse rifle. Your first tree of options are all basic stuff: extended barrel, chambered compensator, and fluted barrel. I prefer the fluted barrel, just gives me a better round of stats. The second one gives you the choice between high cal rounds, a pitted mag, or tactical mag, and we're always going to want to go with high cal rounds. And your final perk, Ambitious Assassin, overflows your mag based on your kills. This is a pretty decent loadout. Let's see how it performs. Your recoil pattern goes to the left some, but it tends to pull you right back to the center point. This isn't that bad. It's kind of tricky to compensate for the wander, but I do feel like this makes this a more difficult weapon to use at range, because you're going to wind up missing more of those burst shots at the end as you stray to the left. However, the way it zeroes back in does make it pretty reliable. It's not the worst recoil by far. I feel like this pulse rifle is going to be overlooked. And I think it's going to be overlooked because essentially it's a very basic Destiny 2 style pulse rifle. So all the good things about it are going to be difficult to notice because they just add to the rhythm of what you're doing. They don't really pull you out of it, they add to it. And this is not a bad thing, but this tends to be what Destiny 2 pulse rifles that are not exotics tend to do. They let you just kind of keep playing the game, keep shooting things, but they don't really do anything dramatic to make the gun stand out, anything dramatic to make the gun noticeable. And they don't do anything to make the gun a must-have gun or a must-use gun. So what am I talking about when I say this is a basic Destiny 2 pulse rifle? Let's start with the archetype. It's a high impact frame. The shots move a little slower, the bullets do a little bit more damage. And you see it. You see it kicks kind of slow, and you see that it hits kind of hard. But it's just like every other high impact pulse rifle in Destiny 2. It doesn't do enough damage to really merit using it over other weapons, but it is, it's not terrible. I mean, it's functional. It's functional if you prefer that style of weapon, and it's completely effective if you're used to it. You have to get used to it, you have to pull yourself to it, but nothing about it screams use me over every other gun in the game. It's just a basic patatat 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 pulse rifle. When you slap on high caliber rounds, that should mean something. It should mean your hit stun is a lot more, and it should mean that enemies feel each of the bolts more. And to an extent this is true. The problem just comes with when you're fighting adds, you're probably going to kill them with one burst. Now, like with this servitor, you can notice the extra damage, you can see how it flinches. And so high caliber rounds are proccing, but they're not really doing anything super special because you're already killing the adds when one or two bursts. And so they just help you to keep doing what you're doing. They help you to keep going in there, help you to keep shooting. But because you're doing that anyways, you don't really notice that you're getting more benefits from it. It's kind of confusing, I know, but it's just what this gun does. Now, the Ambitious Assassin mechanic, it works, and if you've watched the video, you'll notice every now and then when I reload, instead of getting 30 rounds in the mag, I'll have 43 or 46, and that's because it's a good little perk to keep you shooting, but it's based totally on ad killing, on rapid kills on ads, and it just gives you a few extra rounds in the magazine. And this is a good thing. This keeps you in the fight more. But this isn't going to do you a lot of good in something like Crucible. It's only really going to benefit you in PvE stuff. Like I said, it's just a basic pulse rifle. I think Crucible actually hammers down the point I'm trying to make. There's nothing really great about this pulse rifle to set it apart in Crucible other than high caliber rounds. You are going to get a little bit more stun out of bursts that you land on Guardians. You need to land the full burst. You can't land a partial burst to really get an effect out of it. But if you're great with pulse rifles, then you'll be great with this too. But it's not a special weapon at all. It's just a really good basic one. And that's this weapon's downfall in the long run. This game is so filled with weapons that are great. They're special, they're unique, and all of the weapons are vying for one of just a handful of spots on your character's loadout. This gun does nothing to suggest that you should use it. If you're a collector, if you love collecting these things, and you need to fill out all of Vance's verses, then you want it for that. But as far as being able to really effectively argue that this weapon needs to be in your loadout, I can't do it. I've got nothing to say to suggest it. I think it's a fine weapon in its own right, and if it's something that you've discovered that you love, that's great. But I think for someone who's not good at this game or not great at this game, who's just average, this weapon's not going to feel special, it's not going to feel unique, and it's going to feel just like another one of those guns that I use to infuse something else. So that's it, guys. That's the Machina Dei E4. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Let me know that you liked it. If you enjoyed this type of content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. We try to do a weapon review at least once a week, and I'm slowly getting back on track with expanding this channel's content. Within the next few months, I think you're going to be happily surprised by what I'm putting out. If you don't like this video, or if you loved it, however, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. I always can be better. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you around next time.